Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. As always, it's yours truly, the 29-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's resident tribal chief. And with me, as always, I got my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, Kid Breezy, aka EC's resident Isaac Hayes, the hooded king in the building. What's good, bro?
Man, what's good, man? What's good, baby? Man, dude. Man. Okay, so I got a late start on the show, but I got it done. Yo, first and foremost, the whole Austin theory coming down, and I know I'm kind of jumping the gun, but the whole Austin theory running all the way down to the ring, not in the ring, but around the ring to the other side, all the way by the Bells keeper, just so Tyson Fury can knock him out. I had a problem with that. At least come over the barricade. He could at least came over the barricade or something. You could have did something else. But big issue with that. But man, we're gonna kick things off, man. Let's start with the first match, man. We got the 6-woman match. We got Belair, we got Bliss, we got Asuka going up against Damage Control of Io Sky. Io Sky, Dakota, Kai, and Bayley. Bro, first match of the night, not bad. Almost a few kind of missteps here and there, but still a good match. Definitely like the finish. Supposedly, it was not supposedly, but it was. I felt like somebody forgot something. But other than that, good match, good way to start the show. What did you think?
First of all, Leo, what's good? Kevin, what's good? And everybody else that's tuned in to us right now, what's good? What did y'all think of the show today? But yeah, okay, so you're not the only one, man. Kevin says, I'm surprised Bianca took the pin. I'm not. I'm going to tell you why in a second. But
no, I understood the pin. The pin, I didn't have a problem, especially who pinned her. I didn't have a problem with that.
But you said, you felt like that, somebody forgot something. And what I noticed online is, and you said this a few days ago, for some reason, man, people are souring on Dakota Kai, and I'm still trying to figure out why. Because when she was in NXT, people loved her. When she was announced as one of the, returns at SummerSlam, people loved it. Somewhere in between SummerSlam and now, people are kind of starting to turn on Dakota Kai. Even online, man, people were turning on her. There were people who was at the event, supposedly at the event, that was tweeting online and saying that, in real time, that live crowd, they got dead whenever Dakota stepped into the ring. So I gotta watch that match over and see for myself if that comes across on the TV. But overall, man, I feel like the match was good overall, but like you, I did feel like I hate to use the term, but I did feel like it was kind of a botch fest in certain parts. I feel like there was so much commotion, and if you paid attention to the referee was very audible in this match, and he was like, "Hey, get out! Hey, you're not supposed to be in. Okay, Dakota, get out! Bayley, get out!" But it was kind of like, in the midst of the chaos, it seemed like he was doing more than just being a rep. It really seemed like, hey, man, he was really trying his hardest to keep up with the action of what was going on in the ring, especially when you go back and you look at the rumors of, the women's tag match for the championships, when, the illegal competitor was pinned. What was the problem at AEW when it first came out and they still kind of have an issue with? The lack of tagging in and out, too many people in the ring at once, too much going on. It's hard to keep control of.
And that's why FTR put in the FTR rule.
Yeah, who's legal and who's not legal. Now, to answer the question, the match overall, besides the shenanigans, was good. Kevin, like he says, he's surprised. I'm not surprised because we always kind of knew that this was going to a Bayley Bianca situation. This just further solidified it on a big stage like Clash at the Castle. But other than that, man, besides a couple of missteps, not a bad way to start off.
I wouldn't be surprised if the tag team championships doesn't come back to be around one of the waist of either Bliss and Asuka or Io Sky and Kai if they if they continue to go with her. I believe they'll continue to go with her. I think people are just kind of nitpicking a little bit, but. Yeah. There is some reasoning. So it's not like people are being a little overzealous about it, but there is some things that you kind of like and we kind of saw that at the end. But I don't think Gonzalez and what's her name is gonna hold on to them tag belts too much longer.
Nah.
Because eventually you're gonna have to you need a payoff for this tag team that you're gonna do. Because obviously with Bayley getting the pin on Bianca, that's what we want because we know that's gonna set up a one-on-one between them. Bianca needs a new opponent now that she beat Becky. You know, and Rhea was out. So we didn't get the Rhea Ripley, you know, maybe we'll get that a little down the line when we know she's really capable of doing a little bit more than what we saw today. But I like that now, okay, we got a fresh feud. It's a feud that's one that saw Bayley kind of be the more victor the last time. So now that Bianca has leveled up, you know, now it's a different story. So now we're going to get a different. We're going to get the same, you know, the same kind of rivalry, but it may be a little something different because we haven't seen it in a while. And it's needed. And Bayley's credible. That's the most important thing that you always got to remember. Bayley is a multi-time women's champion on all levels. So yeah, I'm good with it. But you got to somehow you're gonna have to bring them tag belts over for the other 4 women, unless you're gonna introduce all 6 women for the Raw Championship. Now then, okay, we gonna see how that works out. But those are 2 options, so we'll see how that works out. All right, man. Let me check that off. All right, man. So next up, man, we got the most brutalizing, meat tenderizing. Man, it's not even a match, dude. This was a fight, a brawl. This was a Donnybrook. This was a riot. This was beautiful. This was just 2 of the hardest hitting people. I mean, Sheamus, my God, I told you somebody's chest was gonna be taco meat. And damn it, if Sheamus' chest didn't start looking like taco meat. Hey, man, Walter gave it to him, but Sheamus with the balance, he was giving. I mean, he gave Walter maybe like 40 of them balance. I mean, he was bow, bow, bow. And you can see Walter just pushing them off and running from him. It was like, yo, man, they are smacking and kicking and punching the hell out of each other, and I love it. And this is one of the reasons why I always try to give Sheamus his due, because the dude has won every title except for this one, and he's always put on a great brutal match when you needed him to be kind of a credible person for someone like a Roman Reigns or somebody to beat. Sheamus has always been that guy, man, because he's credible. But my God, man, I it's been a minute since I've seen someone beat the hell out of Sheamus like this. But it's been a minute since I've seen someone beat the hell out of Walter in the same respect. And man, just the fight, the brawl, the Donnybrook, the whatever you want to call it, man. It was awesome. I loved it. It was kind of a bit of old school with now, but it just worked. And man, the crowd was all over it. I mean, they were all over this match. For me, I said I was overachieving on this match. I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted, and I loved it. Walter, Sheamus, Intercontinental Champion for the Intercontinental Championship. Bro, what did you think?
Well, I mean, before we even talk about the match, we got to talk about what happened before the match. We got that boy Giovanni Vinci back. We got Imperium.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to tell you, bro, I popped so hard when I saw this. I'm like, wait. Oh, hold on. Nah, they not. Imperium on the main roster together, because remember they brought up Kaiser by herself with Walter. I'm like, oh damn, why did he do that? Then it looked like Vince was gonna have a little solo run. Man, Triple H said, man, we ain't got time for it. Hey, Imperium back together.
It wasn't that Vince didn't see something in him, and Vince didn't want him on there, but he was gonna do something else with him. But we know what code for do something else with him means. So we didn't see him again. that's what that meant. And Triple H brought him back. Like right now, man, Walter needs Imperium. He needs his guys. And this now adds to the tag team division. That is
Absolutely.
a great thing. That right there is a plus for the men's tag team division. This adds a team that we know that can go get them tag team titles.
And then the cool thing is too, much like the New Day and many teams before on the main roster, even though much like NXT, it seems like Walter will still be the singles guy, and it'd be Kaiser and Vinci as the
Fine.
tag guys. You
I'm
could
good
see
with that.
you could do the free bird rule, much like the New Day, where you could alternate all three on special occasions. So, but anyway, it's not
Nah.
about Imperium right now. It's about Walter, Gunther, and it's about Sheamus. And bro, let me start by saying this because a couple weeks ago when we talked about Sheamus, I said I respected Sheamus. We was doing the Intercontinentals and all these other championships. I believe the U.S. Championship is where I was talking about Sheamus. And I said I always respected Sheamus, but I wasn't the biggest fan of Sheamus. Well, you know what? I would like to change my tune publicly on air. One, I would like to say, Sheamus, you put on a hell of a match. Salute to you. You are a first ballot Hall of Famer. Two, it took me over a decade, but you got a new fan in the franchise. Trust me when I tell you that. Three, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see you lift that Intercontinental Championship over your head, man, so you can finally complete your journey. Because tonight you proved something to me that everybody knew, and it took me a minute to come to the light and see. And that is, in fact, you are underrated, and you put on
Amen.
banger after banger after banger after banger after banger. And you know what, Too Cold? You said something too. You don't never see Walter running away from anybody. But see, Walter tonight, Walter was that bully that couldn't take what was reciprocated. See, Walter, he cool as long as he don't want throwing out the chops. When Walter fucking people up, it's all cool. You know, it's all good. He there for that. He with it. But the minute he met his match, the minute somebody gave it right back to him, that, I don't want no more. Nah, Shane banging down on him.
Get off
Shane
me.
spanking
Get off
down,
me.
you know.
Get off me.
I will say, I
Like,
believe Sheamus is going for. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going for a Celtic cross off the top rope. But Walter's so goddamn tall, his foot got caught on the top turnbuckle, and he had to push off. I'm like, damn, you tall bastard. But overall, bro, this was a fight. And then, of course, to
yeah.
see the crowd, give my boy a standing ovation, both of them. Dude, this crowd, not only was the match itself great, but this crowd was hot. Shout out to this
Yeah.
UK crowd, man, because they were hot.
Man, hey man, they got WWE wrestling and they ain't
They
had
were,
it in 30 years. They were ready. They were
oh,
beyond ready. They were
yeah,
beyond ready.
absolutely. Hey, bring it back to Wales, goddammit.
Hey, it's gonna come back. Make it an annual thing. Get rid of the Saudi show. Uh,
They
but
ain't doing
that's for
that.
different thing. Yeah, they ain't doing that. Vince got them locked into that for 10 years. Uh, they still got caught that fight a while ago. Next up, man, we got
Right, so they
Baszler
plans don't
versus
get held up
Liv
no more.
Morgan. Ain't right. Oh, hopefully. Uh, Baszler versus Liv for the
Too
SmackDown Women's
cold. I
Championship.
told you. I 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 was scared, but I told you.
It's some bullshit. That's what that was. You can go ahead and brag about it, man. I don't even want to talk about it.
Hey, look, man. Look. Liv Morgan, she beat Shayna Baszler. I will admittedly say there was some sloppiness in the match. But hey, she lasted longer in this match than Ronda Rousey. So with that being said, I'm going, okay. Jokes aside. I'm happy Shayna got the opportunity because this is her first opportunity that I can recall on the main roster for a singles championship, the women's championship. I am upset, however, that she had to lose to Liv Morgan. I like Liv. Liv has improved tremendously. I think if Liv was already on a solid run, and then Shayna Baszler fought her or whatever like that, it would have been different. But since we're still early in Liv's title run and we're still trying to build Liv as that believable character, the fact that you already beat Ronda and then you went on and beat Shayna, two MMA badasses in real life, it was kind of like, all right. So for that, I'm kind of upset a little bit as a fan of Shayna, but from a WWE booking standpoint, I understood it and I kind of predicted it going in. Now, did it make sense? In reality, no. In storyline, yes, because you didn't already build Liv. I mean, come on, if Liv could beat Ronda Rousey, the great Ronda Rousey, come on, man. She's not losing to Shayna, not clean. Not right now. So it was one of them. I was happy I got it for the point for the Shake Shack, but but I can't admit I understand where the salt is coming from.
Respect. All right. You say what?
I said, you still my brother,
Oh, for sure.
Don't do me like that.
All right, man. Yeah, you went with that bullshit ass pick me. I knew what the meaning was behind it. It's okay though. It's all good. All right, man. Next up, man.
What's up, Cameron?
Edge. What's up, Cameron? Bro, man. Roman.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
He said Roman won, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, the way Roman does. Man, Leon, Lonnie. I'm gonna say
That's
Leon.
Lonnie.
That's Lonnie. That's Lonnie. I had to look at it again. That's Lonnie. I took my glasses off. Don't mind me. I can't wait till I get to my new ones, man. Oh my god. Where we're at? Oh, Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Judgment Day. Not a bad match. I mean, be honest, it's Edge and Rey Mysterio, is Finn Balor, is Damian Priest. I mean, these guys are pretty good in the ring. They've had multiple matches with each other again. For me, honestly, it's just the fact that I'm just done with this rivalry. But it had a payoff. So of course, all the shenanigans ensued. Rhea tried to help. Dom tried to help. But of course, Dom can't do nothing because Rhea's a girl. So Rhea beat the shit out of him. And then Ray did a suicide dive while she was holding Dom, and that's about the most thing they could have did to her without really hitting her.
Yeah, you noticed that too?
Yeah, so it's like, all right, she got her get ups for all the interference she's always doing. And Dom just, Dom being Dom, he's being solid, he holding it down, he's showing up when he need to, and he helped him get a win. Edge gave the worst 619 ever.
That 619 was it was lacking the
that was
six.
that was a 103. That was it was. I don't even know. I think that was a 75. I don't even think he really can get that high up. But Ray and Edge got the victory, and the way that they were celebrating, and Dom just kind of standing there looking at him, I'm like, there it is. If he doesn't walk out, he's about to hit somebody.
Yeah.
And boy, did he hit Edge in the right in between the legs, and then he clotheslined the shit out of his daddy. And Dominic and Judgment Day laughing at it, and Dominic is just now he's about to be lying and cheating and stealing. He's about to find his inner Eddie Guerrero, and then he's about to tell his daddy he really thinks Eddie's really his daddy. And I'm just waiting for that promo. I'm just waiting for that one. I can't wait for him when he dropped that one. That's gonna hurt Ray to his core, because that's just gonna bring back up that episode of what happened there. So yeah, man, I'm for it. I'm actually for it. I'm excited to see Dominic. The match was the match. I got the points. I'm glad I got the points. But I'm actually excited to see Dominic and where he now takes off as being a heel.
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I'm excited to see Dominic since I used to call him Arm Drag Mysterio.
You did used to call him that.
Himself. Arm Drag Mysterio. But nah, man. So
you're a fool.
It's funny because speaking of Eddie, you notice Dom got that old school Eddie mullet now. So I'm like, okay. And they was coming out with the LWO style shirts about a month or so back when they was coming out with their new merch, and everything about Dom is moving more from Ray and starting to shift more towards Eddie. So I'm like, okay. Now I would say this.
What's up?
This is where I gotta put some respect on Dominic's name. I didn't care about Dominic as a white meat babyface. Didn't care for it. Just it disgust me. Pathetic. Okay.
But he was green as shit, man. That was the
Green is
problem. The
good
problem
shit.
was
But here's the
he
thing
was
though.
green as shit, and they were trying to make it. I mean, he got his ass whooped. Not to be fair, Dom got his ass whooped, which I think that was the one thing I didn't have a problem with. He wasn't hooking. He wasn't out here being hooked, winning like he's this great. No, Dom was getting his ass whooped. So I had no problem with it, but I understood the story. You were building for Dom to get the Tulich so they can become tag team champions, the first ever father and son. And then we would have the infamous F you dad, and then bam, we're finally here. So I understood that aspect of it. But you're right about what you're saying.
But here's where the curiosity comes in for me when it comes to Dom. Earl says Dom needs to improve as in the ring before he buys him as a wrestler. But see, my thing is right now, I'm not worried about that is true, but I'm not worried about buying you as a wrestler right now because I seen you can at least do the basics. So now what I need from you, because you could be the greatest wrestler in the world, if you ain't got no character, no personality, hey, you ain't gonna last long in WWE. John Cena got 5 moves of doom, and he's one of the most over motherfuckers there ever was to lace up a pair of boots. Same thing.
But it's his character. It's his character. And that's what Dom is going to need. Dom's going to need to be able to build his character. But the good thing about him being a heel, I'm sorry, but the one good thing about him being a heel, he'll get to do more. As a good guy, you kind of got to play by the books. Now he ain't got to play by the books. He can expand his, his repertoire a little bit. So now Dom can be a little bit more devilish. So there's time for him to do what Earl is saying.
And then you got to think about it too. Ray is the most beloved babyface in the company, possibly one of the most beloved of all time. And outside of a few different angles, and outside of a few.
Did you see the people's faces? Did you see the? Oh my God, they were. Oh my God. Oh my God.
But the thing is, with Ray, outside of a few angles in WCW, he's always pretty much been a babyface forever. So Dom is. So Dom is, with this heel turn by Dom, you going against everything that people know that Rey Mysterio name to be. When you think of Rey Mysterio, you think of just the ultimate underdog. You know what I'm saying? That Mighty Mouse character, that guy that the biggest little man. That the greatest little man ever. And then you got Dom, who just goes against that because people expected Dom to be like Ray, but here's the thing: there's only one Rey Mysterio. Eventually, Dom, you got to step out of your daddy's shadow. People was already mad because you skipped the line.
Dom finna step into his other daddy's shadow. That's what Dom about to do. Dom about to step in that Latino heat. That's what Dom, and he needs to. I know we're kind of reaching with it, but in a way, it's like it makes sense. Like it makes sense from the standpoint that one, that was the basis of a whole storyline of these two having a ladder match, was the fact that Dominic was possibly Eddie's kid. Like, oh my God, like the fact that you can play off of that right there has so much into it. You really don't have to do too much other than Dom and Ray have a couple of promos where again, Dom is gonna have to cut deep. Dom is gonna have to find that inner Eddie, and he's gonna have to say some shit. He's gonna have to pull something out the bag, and he's gonna have to say it, and it's gonna have to hurt. It's gonna have to be on point.
Hurt Ray.
It's got to be on point.
And then I can see you again getting the Mysterio family involved. I didn't really care when they was involved with the Buddy Murphy thing, but now you got his mom coming out. Now you got his sister coming out. So now it's like Dom turned his back on the whole family. Yeah.
And then you said which sets up the infamous father versus son match.
No. Lonnie says now introducing Dominic Guerrero.
Guerrero. Oh, I love it. See, Lonnie, you see. This is why we here. This is why we here. See. So that would be like, that would be the ultimate. Oh, I mean, that would be the ultimate just slap in the face. Like, dude.
Can you imagine him coming out with the Eddie with the tights like Eddie with the flames on him?
With the Latino heat. Latino heat. Hey, man. And it's just Dominic just coming out being and that would be perfect for him because as much as people hate him, they are going to boo the shit out of him. and that's what gets you over. That is what gets you over, and that's gonna get Dom over. I know we spent a lot of time on this, but but it's like this is a great thing for Dom. It's just all about how they work it, and he's with. I mean, let's be honest. He's working with his dad, dude. He's got this. He's. If this fails, it fails either because WWE tried to do something extra with it, or because Dom just don't have it. They're the only two reasons why it'll fail.
Yeah.
And I can't really see WWE
in the bottle.
right, and I can't see WWE failing on it because I see Triple H allowing Edge and Ray and them to work this. Because if anybody knows how to have that Eddie Guerrero kind of thing to go and do, it's these two who have wrestled with him and who have battled with him and have went through war with Eddie Guerrero and know him well. So but you still got to make Dom Dom. Okay, it's like, yeah, you can play on the Eddie thing. It's more of a jab at his father than anything. I don't want it to be a total he'd still be Dom Mysterio or whatever, just go by Dom or whatever, man. It's wrestling. You can always, change the name up or whatever. But I don't want that. I don't think I want that to be a kind of almost a forever thing, but I want it to be a thing where it just sparks the story between him and Ray until they get to that infamous whatever match that they don't have, because man, that's where Dom is gonna let loose. He's gonna have an opportunity to let loose and show that he's not just doing this because he's Rey Mysterio's kid. He's doing this because he's Rey Mysterio's kid. Yeah. If you get what I'm saying, all right. It ain't just because he is his kid, it's because he is his kid. And he's got this in his blood, like Randy Orton, and he can do this. Randy wasn't great when he started. Randy had the basics, but Randy wasn't this great when he started. It took Randy a while. So yeah, talk to the people, bro.
No, absolutely. You're right. I don't want to take too much time on them. But yeah, no, like I said, I did this right here, seeing the reaction, and then now, last thing before we switch, you seen Ray trying to comfort and beg and plead with Edge, like, "Hey, I'm sorry." And if you paid attention to Edge, it looked like Edge was ready to take Ray's head off. So now it's like you got Dom and you got Ray, but now you also got Edge and Ray. Because if I'm Edge, like, "Hey man, control your fucking kid, man, control your kid." But then you're gonna have Ray like, "Hey man, I understand what he did to you, what he did to me, but that's still my son." There's so many different ways you can go with this. It is so many different ways you can go. And like
who else can benefit from this? Judgment Day.
Yes.
They can benefit.
Especially Rhea Ripley.
They can actually start benefiting from something, and maybe it'll just, but I still want them doing something else. I don't know. I just kind of want them to kind of just get rid of it. But then again, I like the group together. I like a heel Rhea Ripley. Like, I don't know. It's just I like it, but it's like
I like the group.
I need more.
I like the group. I just think they were spinning their wheels trying to get to this point here. It just seemed like they because like I said with Edge, that whole thing switched up so abruptly. Because you remember,
to fair to them, Vince's decision. Fairness.
But we're gonna see. But overall, long story short, hey, Dom finally, the rumors are true. He finally turned heel. All right, bet. Now we can work on Rhea. Now we can work on whatever else moving forward, and we good.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens, man. All right, man. Next up, man, we got the match that we also been waiting for: Seth Rollins versus Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Whew, man, bro, not a bad match. It had a nice little slow build to it, but it picked up. The aggression was there. The technicality of both men, the agility of both men, the nuances of inside that ring, and just how they work well. The psychology of Seth Rollins, messing with Riddle and doing Randy Orton's things that he does, that what I'm saying, that so it's like Seth Rollins just messing with him. It's like it's a work of art sometimes, man. It's like I know we mess with him and call him No Cell Rollins, but man, he is the architect. The dude is just something in the ring. And when you put the right type of person like a Matt Riddle that can match that can kind of match what Seth brings. Yeah, it was a pretty good match. I agree with you, Earl. It was not the match of the night for me. The match of the night for me was Walter and
Yeah,
Sheamus for
yeah,
the Intercontinental Championship. That was the fight for me. That was the whole. Okay, I'm mad. It was kind of second. I was hoping it would have been middle of the show, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, that was the match for me. But I feel you. This match did lack something. It picked up
yeah,
towards the end, but it was I guess now the beginning because we had to wait a whole month from SummerSlam because they were supposed to fight then, but they didn't till now. So now we finally got it. It's the first match. I'm sure they're gonna work on it, and we're gonna get another one because Riddle already. Also, did you see that speed knot on Riddle's eye?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah,
Riddle got a nice little speed. I'm
yeah.
not sure
He
if it was
got
the
caught for
first.
real. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was the first one or the second one, but one of them third curb stomps
yeah.
put a speed knot on that boy's face. But other than that, it was a good match. I liked the match. The match was cool. I had no problem with it. It was that first, feud match of them really fighting each other. Okay, cool. Seth needed the victory. He lost 3 times to Cody. He didn't wrestle at SummerSlam. Like to me, it's like Seth needs to get it, but Riddle kind of needed it also.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. I was fine with the match. What you think?
Nah, like I said, the match was good. I did again, like you, like Leo, like Earl. I did expect a little more of the match, but Leo did. He brought up a good point. I'm gonna bring it back up because I iced it out kind of quick. He said Extreme Rules. So
That's the
I'm
next pay per view.
that's the next pay per view, and it's happening in five
Why do
weeks.
I feel like they just did extreme? Didn't they just do Extreme Rules?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think what it was is maybe they did it. I don't know. I really don't
Well,
know.
wait a minute. What came after WrestleMania Backlash? Because it was WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania Backlash and then Money in the Bank? I could have swore it was something else before Money in the Bank, and then it was SummerSlam. I will look it
Hell
up,
in the
but
Cell, maybe?
no, Hell in the Cell. It was Hell in the Cell. It was WrestleMania Backlash, then Hell in the Cell, then Money in the Bank. Because we got the Cody versus Seth,
Yeah.
and then Seth was in the Money in the Bank. Okay, all right.
Earl
So
says
Extreme Rules.
Earl says, isn't Survivor Series next? Nope, that's in November. Remember it because
That's
it's
in
always
November.
around Thanksgiving.
Right, yeah, or right before it. But yeah, that's in November. Nah, we got one more pay per view because they just did. It's September, so they just did one now. Oh no, we got a Saudi show coming up. We got a Crown Jewel or one whatever. We got one of them
What?
coming up.
I'm actually looking forward to this Crown Jewel. And the reason I'm looking forward to this Crown Jewel is because the last one was pretty solid, but this one is under Triple H. So even though Crown Jewels are typically glorified house shows, I'm gonna give this one a chance. Just because
I mean,
I would hope with Triple H there will at least be some type of cohesiveness between this and what we say Survivor Series, hopefully. Or no, what's the next
yeah.
one?
Well, it'll be Survivor Series depending on when. Because I think the Crown Jewel's in October. So if it's
yeah,
in October and because I think WWE, I believe they decided to reduce some of their pay per views. They're not doing as many as before. That's why they spaced out between that SummerSlam until now. That's why
which I
we had
like.
that
That
whole month.
5 week difference. I
I,
like the little. I like the little. Oh, okay. I didn't like the fact we had to go a whole month without a pay per view. I didn't like that. For
I'm
WWE.
used to my SummerSlam being my end of the summer pay per view.
Yeah.
It's SummerSlam. It's a big pay per view. You put on your best matches. You do what you do. They could. I mean, they saved it for this because they were going over. They were going somewhere they haven't been in 30 years.
Yeah.
I get that. That was a big deal. You made that the bigger deal. You moved back SummerSlam to the middle of the summer. Okay, cool. Now it's just got to feel like it's the biggest party of the summer. It's supposed to be the last great big party of the summer, man. It's like, man, all right, man, this the end of the summer, SummerSlam, boom. Because we know next month where everyone's back at school and all that boo, blah, whatever. I don't know. Call me old school, but it is what it is. Bro, but let's move on, man. Seth got the victory. I got the points. At this point, we were tied 3-3. It came down to the last match. Roman Reigns versus the hometown boy who came back with the banging in his ass theme music. Man, do I miss Broken Dreams. Man, I want him. I was
Yeah,
hoping he was coming out to it.
I
I
did
didn't want
too.
to just a little sample. I wanted him to come out to it and just walk down to the ring. Ah, man, dude, this is
Cause this put me back when he was the chosen one. Like it was like a time
man.
machine. Like when I heard that dun dun dun
That
dun dun dun
I'm
dun
like,
dun.
ooh, I forgot
Yeah,
how that riff,
yeah.
Oh, forgot about that guitar. Oh
Hey,
man, yeah, that
hey
Broken
man, make sure y'all
Dreams is
add that
something
theme
different.
song in the next game. We need that.
Hey man, but that was I ain't gonna lie. When he first showed up, that was one of the cool things I liked about him. I'm like, damn, okay, he's tall. All right, he's got he's got a little bit of something in the ring. I say he's got the look. All right, he's got a banging ass theme music. All right, man, let's see what the chosen one could do.
Yeah.
I liked the Drew when he first came in. When he got in trouble, that's when I'm like, oh damn, they put him with 3MB. Oh well, it's over for him.
Bro,
But
and the way he
yeah,
revitalized his career from that shit, 'cause that was supposed to be a death sentence, bro. Like three and
it
really,
was. No, it
really.
was a death sentence. It was dude, he ended up getting released. It was a death sentence, but it was also a life sentence because it put new life into him once he left because he knew what he had to do and he went and did it. And Drew Galloway or Drew Gallows,
Yeah, you're right, Drew
whatever his
Gallo.
name was, uh, he became something. He became something more. So
Yeah,
when it was time for Drew McIntyre to get back to what he was supposed to be doing, and he was able to do it, except for he didn't do it tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I like the way the match started. I like that there was no interference. It was nobody. It was just them. It wasn't even no Paul Heyman. It was just Roman and Drew in the ring. They had to battle it out. They had to do what they needed to do. Yeah, man, we still get that Roman slow methodical match, which is great. I can't say that it's not great because you need storytelling in matches. Sometimes running through all the good stuff kind of kills the match sometimes.
yeah.
AEW. Don't get me wrong, I like it sometimes. I like it actually a lot of times, but sometimes not everybody can do it. Uh, but they build it up. You got the slow start, but you got the great build in the middle, and then of course with the whole once you got to Roman couldn't put Drew down. Once it got to the point where it
Yeah,
was like, all right, man, I didn't give him the spear, I didn't give him the Superman punch. Like, come on, man, that's a three. You stop playing around, and then he got the Claymore from the back that hit the referee and knocked the ref out. Then of course we got the infamous dumbass run from Austin Theory, and I dude, this
got his
I ain't
ass
gonna lie,
pussy
it
punched.
because I and you. This is where I'm really more upset. This is where I'm more upset because we threw out the bonus question. Does he successfully cash it in? And you said no.
Yeah, I called it.
And up to this point
I
of the
called
match, up until this point of the match, I had no reason not to think that he could not possibly get this. Now, what I was waiting for was for him to say, "I'm cashing in for one of the titles." I like I was figuring out like how can they like damn it how can this happen like how can they break this shit up because they finna have Roman just run around with both. I mean, if he's gonna be on actual both shows, okay, we'll see how that works out. But
right.
with the new deal that he has, I, I can't see him being in two rivalries at one time. Like
Yeah,
I just don't see that. So that's why everyone is, and that's why even us, we're thinking you got to break up. You got to break up one of these titles. So you got to do it here. We thought maybe Drew would just get one of the titles and Roman wouldn't have to fight the other one, but he won both titles. You okay, I get it, but um I thought maybe because Theory was money. He was coming out to cash in maybe for one of the titles. I was hoping maybe he can only cash in for one of them and not both of them. Like I don't know. I just USA wants their champion on the show more. I don't see Roman Reigns being there unless he's just finna battle Drew, but Drew's on SmackDown, so I can't see him being on Raw too much.
Right. Well, see
So
the thing is though, and the Street Profits are kind of proof of it. They say they got a brand split, but when they want to, they still be just throwing motherfuckers from brand to brand anyway. So I mean, if you wanted to do something with Drew, you could. I mean,
that was for a storyline purpose, though. That was like for the show. That was for them to meet up with the with my boy hit row and then
money,
right that was a deliberate purpose. I didn't see that as them showing up to do more than than anything else, but unless they're setting up for a draft.
Earl says, well, first of all, Braun Strowman is set to return to Monday Night Raw this Monday. Earl says, is the plan for Braun to bring the title back to Raw? And God damn it, if you bring back Braun Strowman, I'm sure you're going to put his ass in the title picture.
I mean, you have to. You have to. Where else are you putting him? Where else are you finna put Braun? I mean, just for real, honestly, it's not like he's somebody who built a name on the outside and just now coming to WWE. That would be different. He's been in WWE. You've had him as a Universal Champion now, so it's like you've already put a label on him. Even though I'm not saying his title run was great, but he's a name. He has recognition. He has value. So. And also, he's a tough opponent for Roman Reigns. He's a return of somebody that Roman thought that he didn't have to worry about. And now here comes Braun Strowman, the Train, the Monster, whatever he's coming back as. But he's coming back. Okay, cool. That's cool. I'm cool with that. Braun now should be more polished. So maybe he won't get his ass whooped by Brock when he screws up in the match again. But we'll wait to see what that happens, man. But bro, overall, let's get through this. So Drew Roman, they had this great match. Sikoa comes out, pulls the referee after Theory gets knocked out by Tyson Fury, by the way. Sikoa comes out, pulls the referee, reveals that it's himself.
Yeah.
And obviously now that we know Roman wants someone to get the Intercontinental and then possibly the United States Championship. So now you about to have this boy come in and take two. The bloodline about to have all the gold.
All the gold. You know why?
The ultimate faction.
I'm gonna tell you why they about to get all the gold, because they the ones, those.
I mean, they are the ones, but I mean, you got time to build to WrestleMania, but my God, dude, you finna put so it's finna be the bloodline versus the WWE. Like that's what is the only thing they're gonna be missing is the women's championships, which we'll see how that works out. We'll see who may else come back, and we'll see how that works. But Roman Reigns ended up retaining, man, because of this, and he's still Universal Champion. I don't know why. I hated that they had Drew singing. I understood why they did it. It was a hometown thing. I get that. I think that was supposed to be
off the air. I don't think that was supposed to be on air. I think that's supposed to be like something. Okay, the show's over. We're gonna send the crowd home. I don't think we supposed to have seen that part, bro.
I hope not, because I feel like, dude, you were gonna all that to lose in your home, bro. Man, fuck singing this goddamn song, man. I want my damn championships, man. If he's gonna sing because he won his championship, man. If you're gonna show me that, all right, that's because he's standing there with two belts and he because I'm happy I won. I beat Roman Reigns in my home team. I'm the man. I'm the head of the table. That's what I wanted to see. I'm nitpicking because it's just the little things about it that bother me more than anything. But
right.
I love the match was cool. Roman won. We got another Uso We got another member of the bloodline, the younger brother
Yeah.
of the Usos. He's now joining the family. So
Chill.
now, of course, we got to wonder how long Walter is going to walk around the Intercontinental Champion, which is why I'm glad they brought my boy Vince back, because now you got Imperium back. So now that you got one member of Imperium back, maybe you add another or bring back another. We don't know. But Imperium versus the Bloodline? Oh, oh, oh. Are you
Sign me up.
serious? Are you serious? Really? Really? I'm gonna get to see the Imperium versus. Oh yes, yes, yes. Come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Come on.
Man, look,
Come on. I'm ready. I'm
we got
with
we
it.
got we
I'm
got, we
with
got,
it.
we got, we got Imperium versus the Usos. We
I'm
got the
with it.
Usos versus Hit Row. We got Hit Row versus the New Day. We got Hit Row versus everybody. We got
I'm not
Imperium.
ready to put Hit Row there. I'm not ready to put
What?
Hit Row there
Well,
yet. I'm not
hey,
ready to put them there yet.
hey! You don't want to hear who hotter than Top Dollar? Not nada.
Hey man, look here. Honestly, not right now. Okay, not
Yeah.
right now. But I need
Yeah.
them to come back in and reestablish themselves. They
Yes,
got to
sir.
reestablish
Yes, sir.
themselves.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
they're flat out. It that no, but yeah, no, man, that's the pay per view. That's the show. Theory once again got made a joke of in the worst way ever. I'm sorry, dude. You had to run all. How the hell you run all the way past the ring? You know how many times I've seen a Money in the Bank winner run their ass in the ring? They run
Yeah.
in the
The,
ring. They say I'm
yeah.
cashing it in. The
Yeah.
referee throws the
It's like
bell.
it's
The
like he went
bell
out of his way to
rings.
get his ass beat.
And it's like, dude, come on, man. I get the purpose, but damn, you could have executed that way differently. I'm sorry, if you were going to allow Tyson Fury to punch a guy and not arrest him, dude, he could have jumped over the barricade. He could have came over and stopped it or something. You could have
Bro,
did anything if you were going to allow it. You could have did anything. I'm
look,
nitpicking, but it's like
look.
that was stupid.
Not only did he punch a guy, but he punched a guy, got in the ring after said match, and then fucking
It's,
sung to the crowd.
it's like, come on, man. Like, come on. God
Yeah.
damn it, Triple H. Come on, man. I thought you was past this. I thought we was past this type of shit. Come on, man. Like, really? Like this is, I'm like, like, even if Theory wasn't going to really cash it in, I still feel like you could have did something better than that. I get what it was, but it was like, why the hell are you running all the way to the corner to say I want to pow? Like, oh, that's why you did it. That was my reaction to it. It wasn't, oh shit, he got knocked out. It was, that's why you ran all the way down there. You skipped the ring past where the guy that's knocked out in, so you can do what you need to do to get the belt and run your ass out of here. No, you ran all the way down here to the damn corner where this guy was sitting so he can knock your ass out for a cheap ass pop. I was I like, God damn it, Triple H. You got my hopes all the way up like this, and this is what you do to me. Oh, you lucky I'm giving you to the Royal Rumble, man. You lucky you got to the Royal Rumble. You was doing good and up until that moment. But yeah, man, I'm sorry. I had to get that off. That
Hey,
didn't sit well with me,
he said he
man.
had to
That did
get it off
not sit
his
well
chest,
with me at
man. He had to
all.
get it off his chest. It's all right, brother. It's all right, brother. That's why we get. That's what we got the show for, man. That's what the
That
platform is
that
here for, so we can express our wrestling thoughts.
that one bothered me right there. But overall, the match was good. I liked it. You liked it. You got the points. Uh, yeah, man. You pretty much, yeah. You got today. You got today. You
You know,
got today.
hey, man,
You
look,
got today. But there's another day. We got one more day. We got one more day, man. And look here, ladies and gentlemen, today was a little bit hectic. Timing of the show. We were thinking maybe hopefully the show would be on a little later, but because of where they're at, the show had to come on when it did. So there she is again. Hey man, hey man, there she is. There's Hope. What's up, Hope? What's
there,
happening, Mama? I ain't seen you in a minute. What's happening? Glad to
there
see
you
you
go.
back.
Hope.
Uh, but no, but because of the timing of the show today, we couldn't give you the live. We couldn't give you anything live today. But tomorrow, Clash of what is that? Not Clash of Castle. Worlds Collide is
Worth
tomorrow, 4 o'clock. Yeah, tomorrow 4 o'clock. So we'll try to get on. About the last hour of the show. We'll give you like the last couple of matches. Still gotta get off work. Gotta take care of our husband duties. We gotta do what we gotta do, and then we gonna get on and talk with the people. We're gonna watch the rest of the show with y'all.
Yeah.
But later on after that, though, later on after that, man, we're gonna be on live. We have not discussed if we're starting live at 8, but y'all will know. Y'all will know by the time we do the show tomorrow.
We gonna see what that Anejo talking about.
Hey,
we gonna see what that Anejo.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Yeah, boy, man. We bringing out the special for the all out. But we will be live for majority of the show. We may have a little late start, but we will be majority live we will be live for majority of the show. But yeah, no, man. We man. Hey, Drew not winning, man, does it just it's like oh man, I wish y'all hadn't made this for both titles. I somehow I just wish you would have made it for one. I really did, because Drew needed to win, man. This he already hasn't beaten Roman Reigns since Roman's been on this run. So it's like, dude, who else do you got? Like, you have nobody. Only other person you got, you still waiting for him to come back from injury, and Seth Rollins. Maybe now this moves Seth up next, but I don't want to see Seth lose, man. If I'm looking at Seth Rollins as, if not Cody, I'm looking at Seth Rollins as one of them people that's going to win and beat Roman and take that can and is able to take the title off of him. So right now, I mean, yeah, you can do the Royal Rumble, but we'll see what happens when we get there. But right now, Drew just lost. Brock lost. I don't see him coming back. Yeah, man, you got Seth and you got Cody. Whenever Cody comes back healthy, ready to go. Whenever they get to that. But other than that, them the only two I see right now that's gonna be really something. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll wait to see. I mean, outside of Theory, you can't forget Theory, because he is the Money in the Bank winner. But the way that they're working him, it makes it hard to think he's actually going to cash it in and really win. So we'll see.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us on yet another episode during this long ass week of recording. Because we still got 2 more left for y'all, man, for the weekend.
Man, we ain't done. Man. We still got we got 3 more. We got 2 tomorrow, and then we got Monday Night Raw. We got to finish Monday, because we ain't doing nothing Tuesday. Why? We meant what we said. We had don't look for us Tuesday. You can put out an APP, but you ain't gonna hear nothing until Wednesday. So, just letting y'all know now.
But like my man said, we'll be on tomorrow for Worlds Collide, and of course we're coming to y'all with that AEW All Out coverage. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast, the WWE Clash of the Champion. Oh, excuse me. You made me
Clash
do it.
at the Castle. Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle.
I forgot
we
switched it. Clash at the Castle 2022 show. I'm the 29-year-old piece of gold. He's too cold. And for everybody that tuned in, for everybody that watched and said something or did not say anything, thank you for taking time out your day.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you
so much, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.